Everybody's cell phone on silent mood for 10 minutes, okay? Phone's on silent mood. All right, this is a piece I wrote for Madhuri, Bhatia. It's a ghost story. If everybody's quiet for 10 minutes, you're going to have fun. This is called Ghost Train.
The local tribals call this little spot of land Mathiran. But really, it's too small a place to have a name of its own. Hidden in the Mehra Valley, it looks up at Mathiran, and it's almost a 10-minute drive from here to the closest village. So, for the most part, the nights are very silent. Except for the occasional stray dog that may bark along the riverbank. So, late at night, when it is very, very quiet, you can hear the clap-clap sounds of the express train as it slices through the night. Far away, in the distance, the train's headlight looks like a cyclops' eye, and the carriage is like the long trail of an electric snake floating above the tracks. The fifth train is calling. It is calling him.
I had been working on my second novel at a riverside bungalow near Mayur. It was so tranquil that I was writing pages at a record pace. But 2 weeks ago, at 3:51 at night, a train horn ripped through the night, and it's been haunting me ever since.
I called him to the Nero station master's office.
That's me.
Hi, I'm Jerry Rice, a writer working in the valley. Could you tell me the timings of the late-night express trains?
Yeah. 2 trains coming from Mumbai at 2 and 2:30, and 2 coming from Karjat at 4 and 4:30.
What about the fifth train, the one that comes at 3:51?
There's no 5th train at 3:51.
Were you working here last night?
Yeah, from 6 to 6. Must be an off-schedule train.
No, this train moves real fast and it doesn't stop at this station.
You're the second writer that has asked me about this 5th train.
Second writer?
Yeah. A writer came to the valley 2 weeks ago. Quite a looker. She's researching a book on the famous Senate train crashes.
What did she say?
Something weird about this 5th train. That would be a ghost train.
Ghost train?
Yeah. Something weird about this betrayed woman. Let me think. How the story go? Yeah. Now I remember. The woman's boyfriend talks her into taking the train to Goa. And he misses it. She stays on board, hoping he'll get the next one. But it crashes late at night. As she's dying and going out of her mind in pain, she realizes that she's been ditched by her boyfriend. She pleads with the god to nail her to the cross for 10 years, and in exchange, to come back to life, change her looks, and lure her boyfriend on the ghost train, and trade places with him. And if she doesn't get him, she will be nailed to the cross forever.
Wow.
An hour later, Jerry was at my bungalow. Oh, I wasn't in the least surprised that he hadn't recognized me. Bastard. It was he that had insisted that we board that ill-fated train to Goa 10 years ago. And then, of course, he very conveniently missed it. I wonder why. 10 years, and he still looks exactly the same. Botox?
I was trying to talk to her, but she was really distracting me. It was like somebody I had once known had some major plastic surgery. Who did she remind me of? The station master tells me you're a writer.
Yes, I am. And I'm helping to write a book on famous train accidents.
Helping?
Yes, I'm the ghost writer.
Both of those writers are renting riverside bungalows. They must be paying a bomb for those places. Too bad. I can't find any information on the 5th train. In fact, I've been through all the main station logbooks, but there have been no late night trains since 2003.
Have you seen the 5th train? I've been seeing it regularly now for 2 weeks.
What time does it come?
Oh, at 3:51 every night.
So how come you and I are the only ones seeing this train?
I don't know, you tell me. Something about a past lifetime, perhaps? I tell you what, why don't you and I watch for it tonight?
All right, I got your number. I'll call you when I see the train.
No, why don't you just stay right here and watch for it with me?
Who did she remind me of? You all must have experienced this. You know this person, but you can't. Listen, I would love to stay with you, but both of my Dobermans are back at the bungalow and they're alone. I gotta get back and take care of them.
Now I found out why the late night train stopped running in 2003. That writer must be a babe, but that Gora will pay more. I covered the date when I made this Xerox copy of the newspaper. So maybe I can get some more money out of him later. Hello, Mr. Rice. Is there any reward for the information on the 5th train?
Reward?
I'm not trying to get what's not mine, but I had to go all the way to Pune and pay the library lots of bakshish to get this copy of the Times of India. You want to see it? I'll send it with the rickshaw driver if you give me 10,000 rupees.
10,000?
Come on, that's nothing to you. An hour later, Mr. Rice received the Xerox copy of the newspaper. The headlines were covered and the paper read, 16 die in train wreck, hundreds wounded. A crowded night train to Goa sped out of control outside the Kajal station and jumped the tracks. A few months later, the politicians changed the train timings, claiming it had sped due to keep the tight schedule and taken over by the Konkan Express.
A couple of hours later, I was having a candlelit dinner on Varsha's flat roof. The power had gone off, so the stars were illuminating the universe. It was quite romantic. Tell you the truth, I had this feeling she was hitting on me. Wishful thinking. Hey, you see this newspaper copy? You being a writer, I bet this would make a great story.
Oh, I know, and I'm writing it already. It's called Ghost Train.
Ghost Train? What's it about?
Oh, I don't think you can handle it.
Try me.
All right, then. It's about this erotic female passenger on the Konkan. And during her journey, she reunites with the ghost of her sexual past.
Wow, I can't wait to read it.
Well, can't you feel it?
Feel what?
The chemistry between us. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman. La da 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 da
Yeah, I think you're damn cool.
Oh, yes? And how cool do you think it would be to make love on a passenger train?
Depending who my partner was, I wouldn't mind.
Have you ever made love on a passenger train? The compartment rocks back and forth, and it moves and it grooves to the rhythms of the train. How would you like that?
Like I said, depending who my partner was.
All right, then. I shall take that train to Goa tomorrow night. I shall travel first class. All 4 berths will be ours. And I shall lock the door and tell you stories about what happened on that train 10 years ago. Will you listen?
Yes.
Are you going to let history repeat itself?
Yes.
Then help me write Ghost Train. Fever! You give me fever. Fever in the morning. Fever all through the night. And a fever! Oh, hold your horses. Don't you want to save something for tomorrow night? Here's your ticket.
For the first time in months, I didn't go to sleep after the last Central train passed. I made sure I was on the platform at 3:51. But there was no 5th train.
Jerry and I saw the Cyclops' eye, and the carriages like the long tail of an electric snake floating above the tracks. The 5th train was beckoning to him. Board the train!
The whole ride back to my bungalow, I couldn't get Varsha's kisses off my mind and what it was going to be like tomorrow night, soiling 4 bed sheets with sweat. Yeah!
Next day, I was ready to see if I could get any extra money out of the Gora. Hello, Mr. Rice. This is the station master. I just found a better copy of this old Times of India. And this one even has a date on it. I'll send it to you if you give me 10,000 rupees.
That's okay, station master. I got that sorted out. But listen, since you're on the phone, tell me something. My partner says we're going on a late night train to Goa tomorrow, and the ticket says 12:05 in the afternoon. When does the Konkan leave?
Like the ticket says, 12:05 p.m.
All right, thanks a lot, station master. Well, I had a couple minutes before I was going to leave. I put my bags in my Jeep and then started playing with my Doberman.
Ah, derailed! derailed mail train. By the time they cleared the tracks, it was going to be very late at night. So the train would arrive at Kajap at exactly the same time that it had done 10 years ago. Oh, and once he boards that train, I got him!
I heard my phone ringing.
Hello, Jerry. Well, I have some good news and some bad news, so what would you like first?
The bad news.
Oh, there's been a derailment at Ulhasnagar, and it's going to take them forever to clear the tracks. Well, at least 12 hours or so.
12 hours? What's the good news?
Oh, I just keep wanting you more and more by each passing minute. Actually, with each passing second. I'm just dying to get you on that train. Aren't you just dying to board it?
I'm dying to get on that train.
Oh, music to my ears.
Can't wait to see you tonight. Bye. Well, I had a little time to leave. I kept getting these just incredible SMSs, and it went on and on and on. The most incredible SMSs I've ever gotten in my life. Finally, 2:51 at night, the phone rings.
Hello, Jerry. Oh, great news. We're going to leave Viti right about now. So I shall see you in Karjat in exactly an hour.
Can't wait to see you. Bye.
Oh, let's make this night last forever.
Forever. Well, I quickly locked the gate. My Doberman were inside. I hopped in the Jeep, went down the side roads, got to the main road, looked in my rear view. Damn it. Both of my Dobermans had gotten out. There are lots of stray dogs, and they'll never know how to get home. What to do?
Don't miss the train!
Man's best friend. I'll have to take the dogs back. I put the dogs in the Jeep, sped back to the bungalow, locked them inside, knowing the Molly would come the next morning. Then I got back in the Jeep, started speeding. All of a sudden, there were hundreds of cattle in the road. I maneuvered the Jeep along the corner of the road, inched my way forward, losing a lot of time, finally passed them, started to speed. There were hundreds of potholes in the road, and they weren't here 5 minutes ago. Wait a minute. Years ago, I was trying to get on a train. Something like this happened. I sped up, raced to the Karjat station, went down the shortcut, got there, down it, just as the train left the platform. Marcia, I'm sorry, but I just missed the train.
You son of a bitch! You've done this to me twice!
The next morning, I was playing with my dogs. I saw the newspaper lying on the front yard. I picked it up and looked at the headline. Station master, this is Jerry Rice. What was the date that train happened years ago? I'll give you your money. What was the date?
It was 10 years ago. Today's date? What a coincidence. Hey, Mr. Rice, aren't you supposed to be on that train? Next time you see a train late at night, or something about it doesn't seem right, think twice before you call to find out if the train is running late or off schedule. Consider the consequences before you ask about the fifth train.
And be sure to remember to board the ghost train!
Madhuri Bhatia!